Ever lucky enough to meet His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William, whatever you do, simply do not do this in his royal presence. It doesn't go down well, and as one can imagine when I explain, you'll understand the reasons why. As ever, good morning, Neil Sean here, still in a very rainy London. Yeah, you all right? We'll have a wave. You're tired. How tired are you? How tired do you think I am? We'll have a slow wave, shall we? A gentle wave, ease ourselves. Come on, I want everybody back. I can see you. Those that are slack, it's no good just waving your phone. No, get your hand go. Yes, that's better. Are we all right now? We're all daft on this channel, aren't we? It's good to be daft, as a famous comedian famously said. I think it was Albert Modley, for those that remember him over here in the United Kingdom. Correct me if I'm wrong, as ever, but a big fan of Albert Modley. I think some of these older comedians could teach so much to the younger comedians. So can we just point out as well that on this day, yes, if you lived in the United Kingdom way back in the early 60s, you will know that this was the day that the great train robbery took place. Remember? I mean, it was only 2.6 million. I know only 2. But when you think about money today, not a lot of money, was it, when you think about it? Buster Edwards, Ronnie Biggs became international names. Movies were made out of them. There was even talk about them having wax effigies in Madame Tussauds. The story became that big. Back as ever, though, to your breaking royal story of the day. One of the things that really irks the Prince of Wales, as you can imagine, is first of all being asked by people, and people do this, how are you getting on with your younger brother? Clearly not very well, as one can imagine. As I've told you before here, whatever other royal commentators say, there are no communications between the two brothers, and rightly so, you might say, given what he wrote about him, what he said about his wife with the Oprah Winfrey interview. How could you possibly move on from that? It's going to take a lot of apologising, but seemingly not from Prince Harry. He stands by everything that he says. But one of the bigger things now that really does irk, if you like, Prince William, was finding out that actually, despite Prince Harry taking to the stand regarding his recent legalities over here in the United Kingdom, never once did he refer to the fact that while Prince William did in fact accept money from News UK, the Rupert Murdoch-owned media company, for, of course, dropping the case and moving on, which many people suspect was the right thing to do, a very hefty portion of that, all of it, first of all, let me point out, went to charity, but a hefty portion was then very kindly donated to Prince Harry's Invictus Games. Now, I can tell you this, that while Prince William is not looking for validation or indeed his name on a brochure, he doesn't need that sort of thing. But I think as brothers, what he would have liked was the fact that Prince Harry actually noted this, rather than just basically saying in that particular courtroom that he was happy to take the money, whereas he wanted to carry on fighting for what he believed in. Prince William literally took the money and decided to draw a line under it so that he could move on with his life, realizing that costly sort of endeavors get you nowhere, particularly in a court of law. And this is something that Prince Harry is going to find out now to his own detriment. But back to the donation, as I say, it was a good 60% really just trying to help the Invictus Games out. Many people at the top level tier within the group of Invictus know exactly who donated that money. The only person to publicly not really acknowledge it, or indeed thank him, is his younger brother. And truly, forget the fallouts, forget the negativity. It's just something that really I can understand. You would imagine that Harry would at least have the grace to say, thank you anyway for that kind gesture, because without that, they wouldn't have the documentary or indeed the platform to carry on with such an endeavour that Harry and Meghan now need and proceed to wave banners claiming they virtually invented Invictus, when we know who truly saved it when money was running out. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.